Hi everybody, this is Alchemist2 and I'm back again with another movie review. I just recently saw One Piece Gold and I absolutely loved it. I personally think it was, or that it is, one of the best One Piece films that's ever been done because we get to see Lucci again and the villain from Enies Alley. And I thought, for one thing, I had figured that maybe Lucci was... We never really saw Lucci ever again, and I thought, oh, he's dead. No. Apparently he survived that unbelievable battle with Luffy, but it was just... It's insane. He had pursued him all the way to Grand Tesoro, and the film itself, it says on the back that it's also called Grand Tesoro, or Large Treasure, or Grand... well, Grand Treasure. But it's ruled by this sort of entertainer type. At the very beginning, it makes you kind of think of West Side Story. His name's Gil Tesoro. Makes sense, you know, gold treasure, haha, or gilded treasure. They always have plays on words, and all of our favorite cast and crew is available. We meet another character later on in the movie, whom I really like, and his name is Max Risk, and yeah, he's a very interesting character. I love the way he walks. I think my mom would probably have been very amused by him. He just shovel walks. It's so funny. I love the fact that they have a lot of turtle-powered elements in this movie as well. And at first you don't really feel any kind of empathy toward them. You just think, oh, that's pretty cool. But then you think, that's not so great. As you realize how much control Tesoro actually has, and he's more of a despot than anything, and he's despicable, and he does everything in the name of entertainment, and it's rather quite sickening. It's avarice has become his god, and they give you insight into his background, and you feel some kind of sympathy toward him, but then you think, no, you don't deserve that empathy at all. You're an abomination. You are inhumane. You are just a twisted shell of what used to be a human being. You used to be a human being. But then you let this whole twisted idea that money... Well, there is certain truth that money does control us, but I try not to think too much about that. I think that there's more to life than having capital gain, although having the ability to afford yeah, I'm in that position right now, having the ability to actually afford utilities and amenities and conveniences is it's a luxury for a lot of people, and for me, I realize that it's coming, and it's challenging, but no matter what, Luffy and his, especially Luffy has that gung-ho, never say die spirit where he just continually pushes himself for his friends. He's always sacrificing himself. And Zoro gets captured. I'm not going to say what leads up to that, but the whole ship in and of itself is an island. It's a country that Tesoro actually owns. He didn't start off that way. We learn about that. But it's an unbelievable film, and we get to see our characters wielding their weapons and their specialties, and it's always really a pleasure to see that, because I've watched the series ever since I was in college. Well, actually a little bit before college. No, wait, it was college. And I've been a huge fan of One Piece. I always have been, especially Sanji. Sanji's my boy. But Sanji looked good. I mean, he looked handsome. I thought, oh, I want a man like Sanji in my life. I know that sounds dumb, but if a man, but without the wandering eye, yeah, I could deal without the wandering. You know what? I really wouldn't care about a wandering eye because men have wandering eyes. They're very visual. What do you do? But I would absolutely savor having a gentleman or a knight, a very chivalrous kind of gallant man in my I would love that, but you know it'll happen. It'll occur sooner or later. But he just looked absolutely splendid in every single outfit they had, especially when he came into this Vegas-esque place, and everything that we were presented with, the villain's abilities from eating the devil fruit, Golgol fruit. Gave him his ability to control. He had this Midas touch on crack, basically. Yeah, it was just a really outstanding film, and it just showed the power of friendship and resilience and determination, and just that whole willpower, never say die, never give up, just continue, never, ever, ever be beaten by your foes. And faith, it talks a lot about faith, and I was rather, I was actually a little bit surprised to see that in an anime, because, I mean, I've seen animes like that before, but just coming from a country that has so many different backgrounds. But you know what? I actually was really pleased to see it because it gave me hope too. And the battles in this movie are nothing short of just tremendous. I mean, they they knock all the other battles from One Piece out of the water, and it's not just about fighting in this case. There's a lot of storyline behind it, and we even have Brook in there. And I was happy to see Brook, because Brook has actually become another character that I've grown quite fond of, and we're learning about his past if you've been watching the series. Which we're getting it a little bit late, but since I can get movies from Malaysia, I was able to get Gran Tesoro. This actually came out last year. And they find out Karina is another character. She's actually from Nami's past. I thought, oh, this is interesting. I would love for her to come back in the actuals. I don't know if she does in the manga or not, because I've never really, I can't afford Shonen Jump right now. So I don't know where they are in the actual, the arc, as we've already been through Eni's galley and all that. And we're going through Dr. Hogback and Moria, and I like that part. It's been creepy and interesting and different. And like I said, there are just so many battles that make the series very different from any other anime I've ever watched. And it has a very nostalgic quality to it. And everybody in Japan knows who these characters are. They're beloved characters. I'm not really sure what else to say. I absolutely loved the movie. It was fantastic. It was nothing short of just incredible, especially all the detail that they put into the backgrounds, the CGI, when you see the tower that Tesoro has, and how realistic they made the gold look. I thought, and even the little turtles, they were done in 3D, and I thought, that's neat to mix 2D and 3D together. When they had the race, I thought, oh, that's really cool. And it kind of reminded me of Mario Kart, that they had this long track, and I thought maybe that the inspiration for that came from that particular game. It had to. There's no other possibility. Well, yeah, I'm sure that maybe there was, but it just seems so Mario Kart-esque. I wonder if anybody else felt that. The cars were very old-fashioned, kind of, instead of being steam powered, they were turtle powered. And it was very innovative and creative and, like I said, unique. And everything they do is just so creative. And I still like the fact they used the transponder snails. They used animals, like they had the owls for security, that they can only look certain ways. And I thought, yeah, Karina's going to know how to sidestep, quite literally, that security, quote unquote. And they got past that. Of course, when they enter that area, and Brooke, he's in this dress because they're all trying to imitate these emissaries that are coming in, these important people that are expecting something from Tesoro, and even the way they talk is very affected, and it's so fun. They do that a lot with royal types, if they ever, or if they come from another area. I forget, there are different accents. They have country bumpkins and different series. This was more high class, elite type of, you could tell, and it is the way that they spoke was so funny. And I love Max. It's hard to say his name. Max Risk. He was a very intriguing character. I wish they would have given more backstory to him. He was very, very, very interesting and just a very wise character. And you could tell that he had been through a terrible lot in life. A lot, get it? Ha ha! Gambling humor. Sorry, that was uncalled for. But the movie, if you're into One Piece like I am, I have most of One Piece on DVD. A lot of it I got from Malaysia because I couldn't get it any other way. I'm not sure how far the series actually extends, to be honest. It seems like Naruto and Naruto Shippuden, it goes on ad infinitum. But it's worth it. I mean, it's a series I've enjoyed, and I really want to cosplay as Sanji. I know that sounds dumb, but I would be Sandina. The female version of Sanji. I'm not tall enough, but I pull it off just because, you know, I used to have his temper. I don't anymore, but yeah, it would be really fun to do. I really don't have that much. Yes, I speak English well as my first language. Ha 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 ha. Anywho, it was a great film. It kind of led you to believe that they were going to have another film. Because, of course, we got to see, I think it was Crookshanks that came. I'm not sure if it was or not. It's like, he said, I'm thinking it was Crookshanks. I'm not entirely sure of that. But he was with Lucci and, yeah, he was with Lucci. So, yeah, it'll be very interesting if they do make another movie, because it'll be well worth it, I think. I'd love to see it. This was just outstanding. I absolutely loved it. I mean, the effects, the characters, Karina, she had a very intriguing backstories. They had a character named Tanaka, of all things. I thought, that's the name of my spirit guide. I thought, that's just strange. Well, this Tanaka was not to be trusted because he had a phasing ability. He could pass through inorganic matter just easily because of his ability. He worked for Tesoro, and his laugh was I thought that was so funny. And every time he would do that, and I was so tempted to say Bazinga every time he pop up out of nowhere. It is popping up. It's like, this guy is a pain in the butt. I'm like, yep, he is. It was so funny. I thought, why didn't I want to say that? That's just silly. It's just another part of my nerddom, I suppose. But I'm thinking that the crew had to have gone to Vegas because a lot of the elements of Las Vegas were in Tesoro in and of itself. Is the lights, the whole panorama and entertainment, and kind of glowing aspect that it had was captured quite well, I think. I mean, even better than that. They did a extraordinary job putting that in a movie. I mean, I've never been. I've seen photos, and yeah, it's the city of lights right here in America. That's one way to put it. Is I wonder what their electric bill is. Ugh. I don't even want to know, but that's basically all I have to say about One Piece Film Gold. 5 stars, hands down. No quibbling, no quabbling, no kvetching, no ragging on this movie whatsoever. There was nothing that I can say that was even wrong with it. So many different characters. It's very exciting and kept you on the edge of your seat. And there was one part that actually made me cry, but then you realize they were deceived yet again. Yeah, a place like that, you gotta be careful or you get taken, because people are smooth, especially if they're entertainers most of the time. Not all entertainers are like that, but they know how to read people and gain their trust, make them feel at ease with them. And I've actually learned this from scam artists too, and they could be the most charming people in the world and charismatic. And I'm actually dealing with one right now who says, "Oh, I can reverse." Don't fall for this one, by the way. I can reverse your bills. I've noticed that you have had some charges on your credit cards that are not in use. I only use one credit card because the other credit cards would have to have been hacked, probably by somebody. I'm not sure how they would have got. It was a combination of numbers. I know that there are people out there that are bored that have nothing better to do. So, more than likely that's how they got those numbers. I'm not worried because the estate's going to pay him off. This guy from Arizona said, I can help you get a refund for all the money that's been taken from you. Huh, not from Arizona you can't, moron. Anyway, he seemed nice. He said, be blessed. God be with you. I thought, oh, come on. Don't do that. That's just low. But I let him just, he said he was getting anxious, but yeah, he'll have to get anxious. He'll have to be apprehensive because I'm not answering his calls. Too bad. He's not getting those numbers. I'm sorry. You don't trust people who say, oh, if you could just get those credit cards out of your lockbox. No! Come on. It's like I said in the song I recorded. I've been fooled more than once. I've been fooled one too many times, and I know not to be fooled again. So don't even think about it. I learn very quickly. Thank you very much. And another thing, just a quick update. I'm hoping my tenant can fix this before he's out on the 28th. But I was going to vacuum my dad's room because eventually I'm about to paint it. Right now it looks like a tornado hit it, but nonetheless, I wanted to vacuum up what wallpaper was left over from when I actually stripped the wallpaper from the wall. And I tried my first vacuum, which I've had forever, and I love it. And I plugged it in, and I turned it on, and of course I started flicking the switch. I thought, it's not turning on. It's not turning on. It's not turning on. And I thought, oh, great. And so I wrapped up the cord, and I thought, it's not going to work anymore. I'm just going to put it in the garage. I don't know if he can fix it or not, but if he can't, then at some point in time, I'm going to have to buy myself a new vacuum. But the shop vac that I've had forever, I plugged that in, turned it on, and nothing. So I thought, well, this is just a fine kettle of fish.